What up guys, Joe Tomato here, and welcome to a new video. Now, I originally wanted to go downtown into Nijmegen, but you guys might hear it out of my voice. I caught a cold, and I just don't feel well. I don't feel, fit. I feel, there's some kind of pressure on my forehead. So instead of going into Nijmegen, I wanted to do something else for you guys, and that's why I started a Q&A on Instagram and Facebook. Basically you guys could ask me questions and I'm gonna answer them for you guys. But to make it not as boring and keep talking for like 15 minutes, in between I want to drive around Groesbeek, the 82nd Airborne area of Operation Market Garden, and I want to visit some then and now places, take then and now videos with the then and now pictures and stuff like that. That I just love to do that, and it seems that you guys like that as well. So that's the plan. This is just a last minute change to my video schedule, so I'm gonna make something up. I'm gonna try and find some photos, some pictures of the area, and see if I can find the nows, and then I will show you guys, and then we will do some questions in between. So I hope you guys are ready, and hope you guys will like this. I think this is a great idea and a great alternative for the video. So we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Run away, and I know I'm right now. We can change anything and make it better.
Alright guys, so just a quick step out. Do you guys remember from the previous video the railroad line story, where the train passed right through Groesbeek? Well, this is the old railroad line. It's right here in the center, and as you can see, it comes right from the forests, passes through here, through the center. This is exactly the center of Groesbeek. So that's very, very cool, and I think that's just wonderful. Some soldiers were just standing in the center, and they saw this train passing through. Amazing. But the first question of today that I want to answer is a question from World War II Traveler, and I believe also Mike Ball. They both asked me how my interest in World War II started, but I will go with the question of World War II Traveler on Instagram. You see that? He says, "Good morning, sir. Two-part question. I would like to ask what lit the fire for your interest in World War II and inspired you to take it to the next level and begin guiding tours. Thank you." So what lit the fire? The fire has been, I guess, I don't know exactly what lit the fire. I know what relit the fire, because I've been visiting the battlefields since before I can remember. My dad used to go on holiday with my mom, me as a baby, and they used to go to Luxembourg, Belgium, whatever. And I have pictures. I know pictures from their collection, their photo collection, where it's me and my dad sitting on a tiger tank, and I don't remember all of that. And then over the years, after my parents, my parents were not married, so you cannot really divorce, but they broke up. So my dad used to take me and my sister on on holidays to the Ardennes every now and then. I believe summer holidays, and we used to do that for a long time. And me and my dad would metal detect, and we would visit places, and I was always interested. I had seen Band of Brothers by then. I was hooked by Band of Brothers. I guess Band of Brothers is what lit my fire as a kid, 8-year-old, 10-year-old, probably. I guess 10-year-old. Yeah, 10-year-old. And then there was a moment when all of that didn't happen anymore. I wasn't going to the Ardennes in summer. I had family problems, and then around the age of 16, that's when I was in the Ardennes with my mom, and I was like, man, I miss these holidays with my dad, and You know, I was also I was feeling the part of Band of Brothers, not of Band of Brothers, of the Battle of the Bulge, because I was in the Ardennes and I was like, wow, that feeling of history and reliving the past, imagining what it must have been like for those troopers, for those soldiers here in the Ardennes during the winter of 1944, and I called my dad right away after that, and I told him, we have to go again, we have to go back to the Ardennes, and we have to visit and do things and do metal detecting. And as soon as I got home, I also watched Band of Brothers again for a long time, and it hooked me, it grabbed me, and that's not long after that, that's when I got to the Ardennes with my dad, and I made the first video over there. So yeah, from then everything started rolling. Started to get into metal detecting, I started researching, and then, you know, it eventually grew out to starting this YouTube channel and doing these tours. These tours, why battlefield tours? It's, I feel like I can do it, and what led the fire to start these tours? I don't know, man. I just wanted to take it to the next level because I knew I wanted to grow as a person. I didn't want to just stick around and make videos of metal detecting. I wanted to research, and I want to relive the past. That's what my motto is. I want to go to the battlefields and see what it is like. And see what is left of the battlefields today, and read all these stories and actually put these stories, let's say from a book, into this location on this single house in the street. That's what I love to do, and I love to tell. I love to pass that on to other people who come and visit the battlefields. I want them to enjoy it as much as me, so that, you know, let's say I've been walking in the streets of Groesbeek, and I saw this picture, and I was like, wow, this picture was being taken here. If I could just show that to other people. And the same is with all these stories on the Battle of the Bulge and my personal research in the 5th Infantry Division, 82nd Airborne Division. It is amazing to show other people and let them relive the past. That's just what I like, and that's why I make videos as well, so I can let you guys relive the past and hopefully go out to the battlefield yourself. Question answered. It's been like 6 minutes for this question. Next question, how to join the military? I would love to if I wasn't as dedicated to research the history, and you know, if I didn't have the brains to research history, I would probably join the military, because I research history, I research the lives of soldiers, but I have no single clue what it is like to be a soldier. So, you know, I'm deciding actually to join the National Reserves. I don't know if that's a thing in the US or anywhere else outside of the Netherlands, but it's called the reservists, and that's basically you have to be fit for that. You will have to undergo sort of training, I believe, and if you pass it, it's a sort of part-time job as well. It's because you get paid for it. But let's say there's a bomb or there's a huge disaster in the Netherlands, or you know, then those reservists are the ones that are being sent to help. So I would love to, and it's part of the national defensive thing. It's sort of the army, but I would love to join them. And I have been actually a week ago. I was like, man, I should do that. So who knows? Maybe in 2 months I will decide that. Let's see, what else do we have? Do you eventually want to reenact? No. Sorry, Zerstörer. I don't want to reenact. Let's see, what is this? When will you start metal detecting again? Probably in summer. in summer, or I'm actually busy. I've been working on a documentary that I wanted to make, but it's not going as planned. But I wanted to make a documentary about metal detecting in a part in the Netherlands. An official metal detecting documentary with real archaeologists. But still working on that, permissions and stuff, it's really hard. Well, we're actually almost there. We just need permission from the ground owner, but he's not answering our emails. That was Maxi. Maxi is also another question. Will you make a video about your relic collection someday? Who knows? I might. If I have something new in my collection, because I did a video a long time ago and it hasn't been expanded that much. Breckenelsie, where's the favorite place you've ever been? Good question. Favorite place? I have so many favorite places. I love Groesbeek, guys. That is as of recently Groesbeek, Dutch place, Netherlands, close to Nijmegen. On the 82nd Airborne drop zones. Groesbeek is one of my favorite places at the moment. The place where I just had coffee, I had just discovered it. I have seen it for a long time, but I never went inside, and I went inside just now. And wow. I love this city for its history. So much 82nd Airborne and Market Garden history in this area. And the houses are beautiful. Everything looks beautiful, and you can for every World War II enthusiast, you can go out here and you will enjoy a typical Dutch village. I will assure you that, because most of the people, outsiders who visit the Netherlands, they only go to Amsterdam. If you want a typical Dutch village, go to Groesbeek. You will enjoy that. And another favorite place, well, if I have to choose outside of Europe, I don't know. I don't have my favorite. I'm not a nostalgic person, so I don't really have a favorite place where I love to return every time. You know, it's I don't know. Anyway, next question. Who is your favorite historical figure, and why is that your favorite? Why is that person your favorite? Historical figure, it's difficult. Because I guess I will have to choose for Bruce Lee. And that sounds crazy, but Bruce Lee has this quote. He had this quote: "Be like water, be like water." And I gave my girlfriend a bracelet for her birthday. The first time I was with her and we celebrated, like the first time I was with her to celebrate her birthday, which was like 2016, September 2016. It wasn't 2016, yes. I gave her a bracelet where both ends were like a raindrop, water. Yeah, like a water. What is it? Water bubble? No, not a water bubble. A water drop. That's the word. Just because I wanted to pass that on to her too. It means something to me. Be like water. If you are water, you can take any form you want. And you can still be yourself, because water will always stay water. And you can adapt to many things, and I don't know, you don't, you don't endure stress as much. You know, you don't take things too seriously. Just adapt to the environment. Be yourself. Have a goal. Have a mission. Just be human. And I will assure you guys that if you are like water, that a lot of negative things in your life will go away. Just adapt, change, and grow as a person. So, what else is there? More questions. We are on the 30-minute mark, so that's great. Any chance, Mike van Balen, any chance you will go back to Luxembourg next summer on a detecting trip? Yes, sir. That is... Well, a metal detecting trip is not, like, it's not going to be completely all metal detecting, but there's going to be metal detecting involved. History Trip World War II asks, how did you decide to start YouTube? That's a funny question. I was a gamer and I loved Call of Duty, and I watched these montages of people playing Call of Duty, having beautiful clips, and I thought, hey man, I want to do that too. I want to become a YouTuber, because these people they have followers and they make a living out of themselves by doing the things they love. And if there's one thing I hope can you guys still see me? If there's one thing I never liked, is doing things you don't love. I always want to do things that I love. You know, when I got out of school, I wanted to play video games, so I played video games after I did my homework. Got my homework out of the way as soon as possible, so I could play video games. But these guys made videos and they had awesome followers and they had subscribers, and I was like, wow, I want to do my own thing. So I started making YouTube videos with video games. I started on with Call of Duty 1. There's some old school subscribers who know my World War II video games videos. And then I grew out of gaming and I was like, what is the next thing? Like with video games, you cannot pass on history. You gotta go out there and do some things yourself. It's just a way of transformation. I will make another video about that if you guys would like to. How I started my YouTube channel and everything, how it evolved. So yeah, I believe I have one more question. Two more. Let's do this. What is your favorite World War II vehicle? Sherman tank, or the M10 tank destroyer. I'm not quite sure. Let's go with a Sherman tank. Last question before I head off to my girlfriend. This one is on Facebook, and it was probably Rick. What does the name Joe DiMaggio stand for? Well, let's buckle up. Joe DiMaggio is a name that my dad. You guys know the baseball player Joe DiMaggio, right? Joe DiMaggio is a baseball player. Now, because my name is Joe, my dad used to call me one time. He called me Joe DiMaggio one day, and I was like, well, not one day. He called me like that sometimes, because my real name is Joey. When I got my PS3, I was like, what name should I give myself? I always had this other name called Dodo, but I didn't like that for my PS3 account. You know, you play with people from school, so you want a more cooler name. And I was like, my dad used to call me Joe DiMaggio, and I didn't know how to write it. I didn't know how to write it, so I made it up like Joe DiMaggio, and that's what I kept forever. That's how I named my YouTube channel, and I thought it was something unique, and I've used it ever since. So yeah, that's Joe DiMaggio. That's the history of Joe DiMaggio. Now, I enjoyed doing this Q&A, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I've been rambling on and on and on and on, but it's time to go now, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video as an alternative for my, for my trip downtown to Nijmegen. If you guys have any more questions for next Q&A, leave it in the comments down below and tell me what you think about this video. Always subscribe, leave a like, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, salute, and see you next time. Bye-bye.